Go to Morning X Jukeboxorama.
Yeah, here's what the concept here is. We were kind of sitting in the production studio the other day, and we have all the audio that we play on the show, all the sound clips, and whether it's like from past shows or news audio or whatever. It's all kept in a database in our computer, and over the years we've accumulated
Huge hard drive. I mean, the size of a truck.
It's gigantic, and over the years, we've probably accumulated a database of about 5,000 pieces of audio, and some of them over the years have just become our favorites, the ones that you could just listen to over and over again. I look forward to stories about certain celebrities so that I can play, the time that they were in and something bizarre happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, let's go make as a kind of a regular segment. We'll go tiptoeing through the archives and kind of pull some of our favorite pieces of audio of all time.
Would this also include Morning X bloopers?
Sure.
Yes, it
Funny
would.
Yes, it would.
You should say that.
Because I have a feeling I'm going to be
anything.
in this one. Why do I have a feeling I'm in this one?
No, I don't know why.
Because Todd had something to do with it.
This was too much fun, though. Looking through the archives, just narrowing it down to 10 for the first time.
Forget it. We could do this segment for 10 years.
Oh, totally.
Well, that's right. And we actually, when you think about it, it's taken us 10 years to do it. So, Now, the first one, this one it really doesn't need much of an explanation other than Gary Coleman. When Gary Coleman was trying to make his comeback a few years ago, this guy would do anything for a buck. In fact, he still really does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gary Coleman. And he came out with a sex line, the Gary Coleman sex line. Now, I couldn't tell if this was a joke or not, but the audio speaks for itself. This is all real.
Hey, baby, you are the most special girl in the world. You go where I'm gonna take you. I'll put on some nice adult contemporary music to set the mood. Perhaps a little Zamfir. That's right, the pan flutist, baby. Then we can play some PlayStation. When you see my skills, you'll get hot. My thumbs move almost at the speed of light. My joystick's got more than enough grip for you, girl. I want to bring you to the next level, baby. Imagine my tiny body crawling all over you, boo. Feel me snake my way all up inside and through you. You like that, don't you? So don't be afraid. It won't hurt much.
Ugh.
That is creepy.
I would rather not picture Gary Coleman's hands all over my body.
Anything for money.
All right,
Yeah,
Rich?
this next one, I don't think this is one of the hardest times I've ever laughed on the Morning X. Recently, Jimmy wanted to go introduce Guar over at the Masquerade. So Jimmy put on, what was it, a sweater vest?
Khakis and a polo shirt and a sweat and like a little wraparound sweater wrapped around my shoulders.
Now, if you don't know who Guar is, these guys are complete and total metal with theatrics. They dress up as these giant gargoyles. On stage, they rip apart animals. It's just like there's blood squirted all over the audience. This is a serious metal crowd that goes to these shows.
Right.
And here comes Jimmy walking on stage in his sweater vest to introduce the band.
Hi, youngsters! I'm Jimmy Barron from 99X. How are you all feeling tonight? Are you all excited to see G-War? They're going to be out here in a few minutes, but I have a few things I'd like to say about not doing drugs in school. Alcohol and drugs will kill you. It is bad for you. And we hope you listen to fine music and hot hits on 99X radio. Get ready for G-War. Thank you.
When's Pantera coming to town? That's all I can say. When
That
are
was
they coming?
hilarious.
Pantera?
Pantera.
Panthera.
Panthera. Oh, I cannot wait to do that again.
All right,
There's no rougher crowd than that masquerade crowd at a metal show.
Oh, yeah.
This next one is from a band that was a bleep quickly, big quickly, and then gone quickly called New Radicals.
Oh,
Remember them?
Yep.
I mean, they were so of the minute, of the second. They had a great song, and it was across the board on every station. I think you could hear it everywhere. It was all over the place at one point, at its height. And the lead singer came in, which I don't even remember his name. You know his name? Was Johnny somebody? Or
Did he die?
No,
No.
he's alive.
I'm surprised. I think he was dead when he came in the station.
Did one of them die, or
No.
did they break up because there was a heroin problem?
No,
Well, he definitely had some
I was in
sort
the
of
room
problem.
when this happened.
It was Greg Alexander.
I don't even know
Is
his
that it?
name.
Greg
This was in one of our production
Yeah, I think it was
rooms.
Greg Alexander.
You were in the room?
I was in the room, and I was also in the room when he came to do his performance for a bunch of people at the radio station. He could barely get through his performance.
So explain what he's doing here and what the whole.
I don't remember this clip was in the production when he was trying to cut an ID, right?
Well, yeah, we had a production director at the time, James Ferry, who was trying to get him. We used to do these things where we would have artists introduce their own songs by kind of telling a little story about the song. You know, hi, I'm such and such, and this is a song about blah blah blah, and then we play the song. So we were trying to get him to
Do his little
introduce
5-second bio, really, of the song.
Hi, I'm such and such, and this is a song about.
I wrote about when I was, blah, blah, blah.
And he was gone.
Having trouble.
Yeah.
Ready? Hello, this is the New Radicals, and you're listening to 99X.
And then the CF morning show too. That's with the Barnes Leslie. You're listening to the Morning X with Barnes Leslie and Jimmy.
Is it okay if we just do the simple all-purpose one? Just because it's a little bit, because the band's called New Radicals, it ends up getting a little bit, if I do like this, you're listening to such and, you know what I mean, like naming all the specific shows and, you know, that whole thing.
Okay. Sure. I mean, sure. That's what. Just like the morning, yeah. Because the only thing is the morning show is like the most listened to, like highly rated.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Okay. This is the New Radicals. You're listening to the Morning X with Leslie, Barnes, and Jimmy.
That's cool. And then the bio, the next single, kind of like what we did. See.
Oh, there's not as much of a story behind that one as there is the other one.
Okay.
The song kind of tells the story a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, just say that. Just something. Just to.
Really? Because I kind of want people just to hear that song just as it is, kind of a little bit.
Okay.
God, so difficult.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, 'cause that's what Leslie wanted, and
Oh, thanks.
is your voice just not?
Well, you know, just I've been traveling quite a bit. Well, you know, there isn't really as much of a cohesive story for that song as there is for some of the other ones.
The main thing's really not so much the story, but just kind of get the name and the title across. So when people request it, that it gets more. People know what the name of the song is, know what the name of the band is, because people have that song, that da 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 song, so it's not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it starts with basically just introduce yourself and you say the band name and the song title.
Okay.
And then you can basically say like, well, this song just kind of speaks for itself, whatever.
Right. What if I just did the New Radicals and this Someday We'll Know? How about that? Would that work?
Yeah,
sure.
that's great.
That might work, because it's hard to to describe a song in such short period of time without sounding moronic about it. You know,
You're doing a good job.
The song kind of has its own little journey to it a little bit. But yeah, let me try that. Are you ready to roll? Okay. Is this all going to a computer or something?
Yeah.
Let me just think about what's it. This is the New Radicals, and this is Someday We'll Know.
And
Like on 99X.
Oh, right, yeah. This is the New Radicals, and this is Someday We'll Know on 99X.
Or do you want to identify yourself, or?
Well, it's a band, so I kind of want to keep the focus on the band.
After all that.
What a tool.
guys, so in deep.
And he quit the band right after that, by the way. He quit after they signed him. And
Quit or was booted. My God.
yeah, he was a mess.
Leslie, you introduced this next one, which I'm going to say, if I had to pick my all-time top 10, I mean, like all-time, this would be on it.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure which TV station this was called into, but it was a local station.
11 Alive.
11 Alive. This is when someone from the Howard Stern show got through as just a regular citizen.
During 9/11, right?
No, it was
No.
not 9/11.
It was,
it was at the Cotton Mill.
the Cabbagetown fire.
Cabbagetown fire.
When Matt
Mosley rescued Iverson.
Right.
Big deal.
Right.
This person working for the Howard Stern show gets through to 11 Alive.
Right. They're covering the fire live.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Live.
being simulcast on CNN nationwide.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Was
this
this
is on
Sarge?
CNN. Huh?
Is this Sarge?
This is
and
Wes and Brenda. All right.
We've got Carl Mendez on the phone right now. He's the manager there of the old cotton mill of the reconstruction circuit. What can you tell us? Do you know how it started and what happened?
We don't know at this time how it was started, but it all of a sudden happened, and then all of a sudden we were asked to evacuate the building. And the gentleman on the crane, he's been in here quite a few times. His name's Casey. He's a real nice guy.
Go ahead.
And what happened was, basically, once we were asked to evacuate the building, we all went outside, and we noticed that it was Casey up on the crane. And it turned out that the fire probably started because of Howard Stern's Fart Man film and the gas that come from it.
All right. Do you know Casey's last name by any chance?
Yes, his name's Casey Armstrong. And he's
Casey
gay.
Armstrong.
And he's
Sarge.
All right, Mr. Mendez, do you have any idea?
Still going.
Any idea how many people, or if there were any people inside that building at the time the fire began?
Yes, Casey's lover, Ralph, was in the building at the time, and about 5 other people, including Howard Stern and Baba Booey.
But you believe everybody was able to get out safely?
Yes, except for Baba Booey. Baba Booey accidentally lost his teeth, and they're real big, so people
All right,
tripped over
Mr.
him and
Mendez.
died.
All
They're
right,
not
Mr.
even
Mendez,
listening.
We will continue to talk with you.
Brenda Wood is not even listening. That's great.
I mean, you know what's great about that is that I don't think he realized he would get that much airtime. It's almost like he
No.
ran out of stuff to say.
He had a figure after
yeah.
the first Baba Booey.
So
They're going to
he's-
hang up on him. Right?
Yeah.
Baba Booey. It was Howard Stern's Fart Man video. Yes, but Mr. Mendez, can you tell us anything about the fire?
Yeah, he's gay. And he's gay.
And he lost his teeth, and they're really big.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
All right.
classic.